Hello, I'm here with Rick Hamlin, history teacher here and head girls soccer coach. How's it feel to be out here? I know you've given a couple interviews, but now you're on the receiving end of one of them.
Yeah, I'm excited to be on the other side. Excited to hear what questions you might have. Ryan and I enjoyed announcing basketball together all winter, so it's fun to be on the receiving end of some questions. And the sun came out just in time.
Certainly it has. So first I want to ask about, you only have one senior this year. You only had three last year. This means you're going to have a lot of time with this team, and you have had a lot of time this year to develop. I wonder, since you have this increased amount of time, have you really worked with these younger players to put in place a system that you want to use going forward, not only this year but in years?
Yeah, I think it's a balance because we only have one senior, and this is my 19th year coaching the soccer team here, and we've never had this few. So it is unusual. Thankfully, the one senior we have is an awesome player and leader and person, but there is a temptation in some ways to look at it as a long-term plan because almost half our roster are ninth graders. But at the same time, we also want to maximize our success this season because then the younger players are going to learn more. The better we do, and the better doesn't necessarily mean record, although that would be good too. But the better our culture is, the better our chemistry is, the more fun we have, the more we improve. It's going to benefit us this year, but it's also going to benefit us going forward. But I also think we owe it to August, our one senior, to give her the best year we can. So even though I'm sure there'll be days, and there even have been practices where I've been like, well, you know what? It's a young team. The best is yet to come. But then I have to remind myself, we have to maximize and squeeze every bit of potential out of this team because this is the only time that August will ever be a senior, and it's the only time we'll ever have a 2023 season. So we have to make the most of this season.
Yeah. So I noticed you guys have been doing a lot of off-season training. I know you guys started with your, Monday workouts after school in November. Is there a player who in this particular off-season has really improved and you're really looking forward to what they can do this year?
There's quite a few actually. In terms of returning players, I mean, I'm really excited for Kate DeRocco, our goalie. She just keeps getting better and better with our goalie coach, Carter Tyree, who I think you've worked with some, so you know what a great job he does. And I think Lucy Wright has really improved this offseason, so I'm excited to see her progress. She's a player who was on the team last year, played in a few games, but then got hurt and didn't get to play very much. But she's coming back healthy and I think could be really strong. And Maddie Cranston's a player who's had a really good offseason. But then there's also some new players who are new to Trinity Soccer that I'm really excited are part of it. Some freshmen, LG Logan and Mia Jung, Sarah Rowe, to name a few. And then also some returning students who just hadn't played soccer before, like Caitlin Watkins and Shep Ramsey and Isla Crumlish. So it's a nice group of new players, but then we also have, I think, 11 returning players. So we have our first game tomorrow, and I mean, in theory, we could start all returning players as well. So it's a good balance.
So I wanted to ask you, with your next game tomorrow, how has preparing for this season been for you as a coach? You talked about this being your 19th season. Is there anything that you're doing differently with this team than you've done in years past?
I think the longer I've done it, just the more emphasis I have on it being fun. And that doesn't mean every day is fun, but I really have come to believe that high school sports should be enjoyable. There's enough stress in the world. These student athletes have enough stress with their academics and social life. And if they're in club soccer, that can be really stressful sometimes. So trying to make it a little bit of a refuge from all the rest of the stress. Now, again, you can't remove all of it. I mean, if it's a tight game and we're tied in the last 10 minutes, like that's stressful, but still learning to enjoy it, make the most of your opportunity, and just have fun because you only get one high school athletic career. And you want to be able to look back and know that you got everything you could out of it. And I also think COVID really changed my mindset a lot. Just having that season taken away from us really made me start to live what I've always preached, but really live the mindset of be grateful for each day, because we had a season ripped away from us by events beyond our control. And I think that just reiterated to me the importance of maximizing every day you have with the team and making the most of it.
Yes, catch the girls soccer team up on the upper field this year. And thank you so much, Mr. Hamlin, for talking to us.
Thanks, Ryan. You the man. Okay, I am so excited to be joined by the only senior of the soccer team, August Gregory. Also her coach, but now I get to be the journalist here and interview August. So, first question for you, August, is you are in a unique position as the only senior on what's really a very young team. I mean, from an age standpoint, if you took you off the team, it almost would look like a JV roster, not in terms of talent, but in terms of like grade, um, with over half the team being ninth and 10th graders. So, how do you see your role working with this younger group?
I think that I should really just put myself in like the best leadership position that I can, like always trying to be a good role model, putting school first, focusing on sports, controlling like what I can control, and yeah, just being a really good role model for the younger kids.
And to follow up on that, you've been on, the team since ninth grade. Although, granted, your ninth grade year we didn't get very far in the season because of COVID. But who are some of the older, now graduated players who maybe are set an example for you as a leader?
I can think of lots of role models, especially Dakota Brembris from last year. I think she was just a really good role model, like in soccer and outside of soccer, like in the classroom and in school. And she went to UVA. She got like sport, one of the sports awards.
Yes, I believe she got the Founders Award,
Yeah,
the
the
top
Founders.
award. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe soccer will have a repeat this year. We'll see.
maybe. But yeah, I think she's just really the best role model.
And then, as far as you specifically, August, you last year had an incredible season, made all LIS, which a year ago, like right now, so today's March 13th, like March 13th of 2022, I would not have expected you would be an all league player. I thought you'd have a good season, but you exceeded, I think, everybody's expectations. I would argue that you're a better player now, even than you were at the end of last year. But just as far as your goals for the season, both individually and also for the team, what are goals you have?
I really want to push myself and push my teammates every day at practice. Just make every practice like as game like as it can be, just to really get in that mindset. And like practice how you play. I said that in volleyball season. But yeah.
And maybe can you point out, I don't know, two or three players who you've been impressed by? You heard Ryan ask me about some players who've really stepped up in the offseason. Who are some, either maybe it's new faces or returning players that you've noticed have really just made an impression on you with what they're doing on the field?
I've been really impressed by the new freshman Anna Roars. She played volleyball with me, and she's been amazing in soccer. She kind of picked it up like in the fall, and she's been putting in work in the off season. And then also Katie Verdery, who she played last year. She got some minutes. She got in, but I think she could have like a really good season this year, too.
Yeah, no, that's a great call. I mean, I knew when I was talking about new freshmen, I forgot someone, and that was Anna Roars, who, yeah, she's been out so much that I forgot she's new, actually. And then, yeah, Katie Verdery has, like, probably the strongest shot on the team. So hopefully she'll score a bunch of goals, and you'll probably have a bunch of assists. All right, final question. Who is your favorite soccer player, like a famous professional player, male or female?
This is like kind of basic, but like Messi, because I mean he won the World Cup like
He's the
for
GOAT.
Argentina. It was really cool.
Who's your favorite player on the Trinity boys soccer team?
Colin Flood. I'll give it to him.
All right, there you go. Colin Flood, he's the man. Thanks, August. Good luck this season.
Thank